Hello, in this video I will share with you how to make this beautiful headband. It's 3D, see? It has these ribs and it's twisted the same way as my last headband. And this one also looks the same on both sides. See? The size should be at least 95% your head circumference, but you can make it even shorter because it is stretchable. See how stretchable it is, but I like it wider to wear it that way. I recommend you to measure it on the way, try it on. Maybe you want it 90% or maybe even less than your head circumference. Let's begin. For 3D headband, I'm using red heart yarn and needles number 4.5 millimeters or US size 7. You can do your own size and different yarn, but I recommend you to have a little bit thicker yarn because it makes it look chunky and beautiful. Because this video is for beginners, I will start casting on also on camera. You can cast on one or on 2 needles, it is up to you. I need 17 stitches, so first is just making a loop like this, and this is needle stitch number 1. Now this is number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So number of stitches should be odd. It is important. Now tighten it. Now first stitch should be always transferred unknitted from left needle to the right needle. Last stitch is always purl. First row is kind of preparatory row for that stitch. How to do it? We just knit and purl till end of the row. So this is knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit stitch. This is purl stitch. The same thing till end of the row. See, I'm switching. Knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. So switching. Now this is knit, next will be purl, then will be knit, purl, knit, and last is always purl. So that was a preparatory row. Now how to knit that 3D stitch. Again, first we transfer all purl stitches. These are pearls, see, wrapped around. We purl a regular way, just like this. Knit stitches, like normally we knit like this, right? Or through the front loop, it doesn't matter, even if it lies like this, you you knit through the stitch that is on the needle. Here you have to knit through the stitch of a previous row. She put a needle not in here but in here and knit it. Release it and you will have a double kind of stitch, two wraps around here, and that's how it should be. So purl with purl, and again knit stitch not through here but through this one, so it's obvious, right? So not through this but through this one, and release it and it will be double. That's how it is knitted. Okay, and that's it. Purl is purl. Sometimes that's it. Purl and here, and that's it. Purl is regular, only knit stitches on both sides. That's how you do. And release. Purl, knit, purl, and last is purl. That's it, and repeat the same in every row. So not knit stitch. This is knit stitch, this is purl. So knit stitch, I have to knit through the stitch of a previous row, not in here but through here, and release. Purl, I just purl regular way. Again, knit stitch over here, and the purl is purl. Now this one through here, purl, and so on. And again, knit, purl, knit over here, through here, oh, through here, and purl is purl. I'll show one more row, and the rest I will do off the camera. Again, purl is purl. Now through this one, knit stitch. Purl is a regular. Through here, not through this one, but through this one. And it doesn't matter how your stitch looks, even if it lies like this on your needle, it doesn't matter, you still go through this one and release it. Result will be exactly the same. See, if your stitch looks like this and you normally knit like that, you go through the stitch of the previous row. Stitch of a previous row, that's how we do it here. Purl is regular again. And again, and done. So that's it. It's already, see, 3D is forming. And so on, I will continue. So I reached almost my size. I need 2 more rows of this stitch, and then will be the last row regular rib stitch, like I started at the beginning. It was 1 row of regular rib stitch, 1 knit, 1 purl, and after that I started it. And why I say it's 3D, see how that looks. It is a 3D stitch, and it's beautiful when it is open. See, I will make 2 more rows of this stitch, and that would be it. Always tighten the first stitch at the beginning and the last one, so the edge stitches always tighten. And this way, right? Purl is purl, knit is under, right? So that's it. This one, tighten it really, really well. Tighten again and continue. Now I will repeat that length should be 5% less than your head circumference. And when you measure, do not stretch it. See, you can stretch it, it's easily stretchable. But measure it unstretched, just as it lies on the table. And I have a 48.5 centimeters or 19 inches, and that's the length I need. It is 95% of my measurement. So to find 95%, you just have to multiply your head circumference on 0.95. And now I have to knit last row. It's really easy. First you transfer, and then you just purl, stitch, you purl, and knit stitch you knit a regular way through the stitch that is on your needle, not in there, but a regular rib stitch. See, through that. Just a regular rib stitch. And that is the last row. Knit and purl only, regular way. And last is always purl. And now I will bind off 2 together, return this stitch back to your left needle, and again 2 together, knit, and again return and knit, return and knit together. Return and knit. And of course number of stitches you can make it different. And so on until you have a last stitch left. Return, 2 together, return, 2 together, return, 2 together, and 2 together. That's it. I have the last stitch. Now I have to cut it off. Do not make very short end, because I will use it to connect. Now pull this yarn through, pull completely through and tighten it. That's it. Now I will put it together the same way as I did my other headband. Pull this together, so fold in half each end like this, and now one goes inside another this way and this way. That's it. Because this stitch looks the same on both sides, See, it is the same. It doesn't matter. You do this way or you turn around and do this way. It doesn't matter. So I can do this way. Close and close. And again, fold in half, and one goes inside another. So pull it down through. And now I will sew it back and forth, connecting all, picking every stitch of my first bind off and cast on rows. Make sure you pick the edge stitches and go back, pull through, and again go back and pull through. Now, before hiding the ends, turn it over and make sure you like how it looks. Here. And after that, turn it over and hide the ends. Forward and always return. And I'll do the same with another end. Here it is. Complete headband 3D. See, it is 3D. Beautiful textured, and this stitch is very, very soft, very pleasant to wear. This is how it looks on the inside. See, it is the same. So this is all that I wanted to share with you in this video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.